Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into Madeline Miller's novel, The Song of Achilles. You've given us a great starting point with the review and excerpts. Our mission really is to dig beneath the surface of this ancient Greek legend.
Yeah, to uncover the insights Miller brings out about love, destiny, and what heroism actually looks like up close.
It's fascinating how she takes this huge, epic story.
And makes it intensely personal, right?
Yeah.
By shifting who tells the tale. We're going to explore that core relationship, the inescapable nature of fate in these myths, and how people cope under, well, immense pressure.
So what's the big takeaway for you listening? Prepare for some aha moments, I think. We'll unpack how personal connections reshape these monumental events and why Achilles, the best of the Greeks, might not be quite who you thought.
It challenges that image, definitely.
Okay, let's start there. Miller's big choice.
Right.
The narrator isn't Achilles, the legend. It's Patroclus, described as an average man, even the substandard soldier. What does that choice do to the story right away?
Well, it's a game changer, isn't it? Giving us Patroclus's perspective offers a much more grounded point of view. It lets Achilles' own sort of larger-than-life qualities really pop. You see him and the whole world through eyes that feel more like ours.
More relatable.
Yeah.
Especially given Patroclus' backstory, right? Exiled for accidentally killing a boy, his own father called him unpromising, uninterested.
Exactly. He's not coming from a place of heroic confidence.
Exactly. He's not coming from a place of heroic confidence.
And yet, this incredible bond forms. Patroclus' first glimpse of Achilles is described as a cold shock of his beauty, even sparking this sudden springing dislike. Kind of funny, actually.
It is. But then Achilles makes this deliberate choice. He picks Patroclus as his therapon.
Which is a brother-in-arms sworn to a prince by blood oaths and love, a position of the highest esteem. That's significant.
Hugely significant. And Achilles explicitly says, I do not need him to add to my reputation. He basically tells the other jealous boys to get lost.
So the connection isn't about status, something else from the very beginning. Precisely. And that foundation really deepens during their time away on Mount Pelion with Chiron.
Yes, Chiron, the only good centaur, inventor of medicine and surgery. Quite the mentor figure.
A crucial time. Achilles learns music there, on Patroclus' mother's lyre, no less, making sounds pure and sweet as water, bright as lemons. It shows a different side to the warrior.
And Patroclus finds his own path there too, doesn't he? He learns healing from Chiron.
He does. Medicine, practical skills, things like identifying deadly snakes, treating wounds, skills that become incredibly important later during the war. It gives him his own agency, his own contribution.
So let's get to the heart of it. Your review nails it. At its core, a love story between Patroclus and Achilles, praising its purity. This isn't just background noise.
Oh, absolutely not. It's central. The real conflict for them isn't, whether they love each other back. They are utterly enamored. The real obstacle is destiny, that pesky nature of destiny in Greek mythology.
Always looming. And Mount Pelion is where that love really solidifies.
Yes, particularly that moment when Achilles figures out his mother, Thetis, cannot see us here. That freedom, away from her divine, judging eyes, it lets their intimacy blossom.
Miller describes their first night with such sensory detail. The taste of salt, the smell of almonds and earth. It feels very real, very human.
It grounds their connection beautifully. But then there's that prophecy hanging over Achilles. His superhuman talents mean he's destined to die young if he pursues fame and his greatest potential.
Or live a long life in obscurity. A stark choice. And Patroclus gets it right. He understands Achilles needs to live up to that potential.
He does understand it, which makes it even more poignant. And Thetis, Achilles' mother, she's such a powerful, almost terrifying figure here.
Frighteningly inhuman with those fully black eyes and a voice like waves crashing. You get the sense she's driven by her own painful past.
Definitely. Forced into marriage with a mortal, Peleus, feeling like all this mortality was foisted upon her. She loves Achilles fiercely, desperately trying to shield him from his fate.
It really makes you ask, doesn't it? What are the sacrifices involved in chasing that greatest potential?
Yeah.
And maybe more importantly, who else pays the price for that choice?
That question hangs over the whole narrative, especially when the call to war finally comes.
Right, Helen gets abducted by Paris. And Patroclus, interestingly, was actually there when the suitors made that oath to protect Helen's husband years before.
Small world, huh? But Thetis makes one last attempt to hide Achilles. On Scyros, disguised as a girl, Pyrrha.
Among King Lycomedes's daughters, that always seemed like a flimsy disguise for the greatest warrior.
You'd think. But it takes Odysseus, the cunning one, to figure it out. He lays out gifts, including weapons.
And Achilles instinctively grabs the weapons, not the jewelry. Game over.
His nature reveals itself. So off to Troy they go.
And life at Troy is depicted as strange. A war for honor only, man against man, not really about land.
Yeah, and over time, these separate Greek armies start to feel like countrymen. There's this unusual camaraderie that builds over the years of siege.
And right at the center is Achilles, Oristos Achaeon, best of the Greeks. His presence is magnetic.
Absolutely, men are drawn to him like flowers to the sun, his gleaming hair, his deadly hands, his nimble feet. He's captivating.
Which makes the big blow-up with Agamemnon just devastating for the Greeks. It starts with a plague.
Right. Apollo sends it because Agamemnon dissed his priest, Chryses, by refusing to return his daughter Chryseis, who was taken as a war prize.
And Achilles calls Agamemnon out on it, publicly.
Forces him to hold a council. Agamemnon feels utterly shamed, his face tight as a miser's fist. He can't stand being challenged, especially by Achilles.
So in pure rage and to assert his dominance, he takes Achilles' own war prize, Briseis.
Briseis, who represents Achilles' honor, his time, Time. It's a massive insult. Achilles is furious, hands fisted, barely holding back, and then he withdraws.
And makes that chilling prophecy. I will fight for you no longer. Without me, your army will fall. Hector will grind you to bones and bloody dust, and I will watch it and laugh.
It's brutal. Patroclus is horrified, begs him not to destroy himself, reminds him the men love him. But Achilles is just stubborn, his jaw shot forward. Ego wins, for now.
During this time, while Achilles sulks, we see Patroclus' compassion really come through, especially with Briseis.
Yes, the captured girl. They form this close bond. She learns Greek, teaches him about local plants, brings him a sense of peace amidst the war camp chaos.
He even goes to Agamemnon's tent secretly to try and ensure her safety, doesn't he? Cuts his own wrist to show he's serious.
Incredible courage. He basically engineers a situation to make her safe, framing it as giving Agamemnon the gift he really wants Achilles staying out of the fight. It's quite clever, actually.
And there's that hint of Patroclus maybe having feelings for Briseis, and Achilles showing a rare flash of jealousy.
Just a flicker, which Patroclus quickly smooths over. It just adds another layer to their intense bond.
But Achilles' absence is catastrophic for the Greek. They're getting hammered, the Trojans breach the walls, the ships are threatened.
Yeah, things are desperate. Wounded kings are literally begging Patroclus to do something to somehow get Achilles back in the fight.
And Patroclus sees only one way. He asks Achilles if he can wear his armor.
Just to frighten the Trojans, to use Achilles' terrifying reputation, his phantom power, to push them back.
Achilles agrees, but only just. And with strict rules, don't fight. Stay in the chariot. Stay away from the city walls.
Conditions Patroclus immediately breaks. He gets caught up in it, feeling relentless, unerring in Achilles' armor. He achieves great things, even kills Sarpedon, a son of Zeus.
But he goes too far. He pushes towards the walls of Troy.
And that's when Apollo intervenes. Described as piercingly beautiful, smiling almost, as he just plucks Patroclus off the ground from the walls, strips away the divine protection of the armor, perhaps.
Leaving him vulnerable, and Hector kills him. Patroclus' last thought.
Achilles. Just that one word. Utterly heartbreaking.
And Achilles' reaction, it's beyond grief, isn't it? Tearing his hair, screaming. Primal.
Absolutely shattering. And then Briseis confronts him. That raw accusation. You have never deserved him. You care only for yourself. She even says, I hope that Hector kills you.
Wow. Talk about hitting rock bottom. That must have cut deeper than any weapon.
It fuels this terrifying rage. He becomes consumed by vengeance, chasing down Hector, defiling his body, dragging it around the walls. Even the other Greeks are disturbed by it.
He even takes on a god, the river god, Scamander, who tries to protect Hector's body, wounds him. He's lost control.
Totally lost. Pure destructive grief.
But then, amidst all that horror, comes this incredibly moving moment. King Priam, Hector's old father, comes alone to Achilles' tent.
Just to beg for his son's body back. It's an act of unbelievable courage.
And it reaches Achilles. Priam's grief mirrors his own. Priam calls Patroclus Achilles Philtados, his most beloved.
And he says, in grief, men must help each other, though they are enemies. That shared humanity, that shared loss, it breaks through Achilles' rage.
He lets Priam take Hector's body, a small flicker of the man Patroclus loved.
A crucial moment of return, yes. But Achilles' own fate is sealed.
He's killed by Paris, ironically not the greatest warrior, but guided by Apollo. The arrow finds his weak spot, his heart in this telling, though the myth usually says the heel.
Miller focuses on the emotional core, perhaps. And Thetis, despite everything, despite maybe even feeling relief that Patroclus was gone because he tied Achilles to mortality, she honors her son's last wish
Which was
for his ashes to be mixed with Patroclus's in the same tomb.
a final, undeniable statement of their connection.
Exactly, a love that outlasted fate, war, even death. Thetis herself performs this final act, combining their ashes, and Miller describes light spilling in a flood like 100 golden urns pouring out of the sun.
Wow, a powerful image of reunion.
It truly is, after everything she did to keep them apart.
So when we look back at this deep dive, it really feels like Miller redefines heroism. It's not just about battlefield glory or fulfilling destiny.
No, it's also about that fierce loyalty, that quiet, profound strength found in love and connection. Achilles' true greatness in this version seems rooted in his bond with Patroclus, not just his spear arm.
It fundamentally challenges that ancient heroic ideal.
Which leads to a question for you, listening. How do you navigate that balance? The drive for your own potential, your own destiny, whatever that means for you.
Right.
How do you balance that with the impact your choices have on the people closest to you?
Yeah, what does honor really mean? Is it the external validation, the fame, or is it something quieter, more personal that lasts longer?
Something to think about.
Definitely something to mull over until our next deep dive.